Hiya Libra, how are you? This is your April tarot reading, and this is for Libra rising, although you can watch this for other Libra placements if you want. How are you doing? I am excited to talk to you about some Libra stuff, right? Because this is your reading, and this is your oppositional season, Aries season. But it's lovely because April is like half of it is Aries oppositional season energy, and then the other half is Taurus season, which is the other Venusian season. Your season being the first, right? Or the other Venusian season. So, later April could be Libra when things feel a bit more up your alley, but quite likely they've been a roller coaster for you for the past month already, even since Venus has been in Pisces in her exaltation, in her Disneyland sign. She is retrograde right now, so there could, for a lot of Libras, have been this this revisiting of exes or prototypes from your ex past, going back to the same type of girl, boy, whatever that you like. And then come like mid to late April, you're like out of it, you're over it. And a lot of Libras could have been in some messy situations the past month or so. And we have, though, as your core card, the Queen of Cups, Libra. You are kind of like the Queen of Swords. This then is a water queen, a water cardinal energy, if you like. It's very kind of Cancerian, actually, the Queen of Cups. But we do have Venus, your life path ruler, in Pisces, another water sign. So a lot of you may have been, I want to say, kind of like under the sea of fantasy, and maybe for some delusion. And the past month or two, you've met like people or situations that were just like super ideal or hyper ideal, too good to be true, whether that's you willingly manifesting them that way or they happen to just roll about that way. But the Queen of Cups is also like deep heart to hearts and providing a space for others emotionally, because that's what the Queen cards do. That's what queens do. They hold court. They provide space for, or a platform or a seat for something or someone to take place. And that's kind of the vibe maybe for you in April, Libra. You're getting, especially if you're one of those Libra risings who is a bit more, prim, proper, like literary kind of type. You might in April just feel a bit more, I don't know, like what's the word I'm looking for, like flowery or fancy or flamboyant. You might be batting your eyelashes a bit more at the boys, Libra, something like that. But right now it's still Aries season, so we've got this, as I said, oppositional energy. That's your 7th house, Aries. Those of you in relationships, this could be like the spotlight really on your partners. And it could be in a good way, recognitions or validations, revitalizations for your partners. And you could just be, could just be in this core Queen of Cups vibe of like loving it for them, you're loving it for your partner. And I think that's what I wanted to talk to you about as well, is like the good Libras and the bad Libras, right? And I'm presuming the Libras watching my videos and the Hinstas here, the Hinsta Libras are the good Libras, right? But like with every sign and energy, there's the bad sides. And the really bad sides of Venus ruled Libra is the pick me energy. But when the sun's in Aries in your seventh house, it's like pick them, pick you, I pick you. So it's like celebrating other people's successes, perhaps, or just, I think, more for more of you, like holding space. We got the Ace of Pentacles, holding space for others as well. Oh, like those two came out quick. Oh wow, lots of Pentacles, King, sorry, of Pentacles, and the Lovers coming out. So in your recent past, wow. Something that you were trying to bring or manifest, it came around. It came around, Libra. And maybe while you were in this under the sea fantasy, someone came around, they really did. And then you got to this Lover's card energy, which is the choice card. And some of you chose to be with this person, and it's just lovely. So yeah, the sun in his exaltation in your seventh house, Libra, can very much be that seal of approval, because the sun, he is the ruler of the divine yes. He's like that yes type of energy. So the sun, okay, going through your this is the Magician, by the way. The sun going through the seventh house for you, Libra, can be, yes, that divine yes when it comes to boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, partners, collectives, whatever it is. And just going for it, just doing it. That's a very Aries season slogan, just do it. I was talking about this with my friends yesterday. It's a Nike energy, just do it. And that's a lot of what we have to do in Aries season. And for those of you already, like for a long time, in relationships, that could be what your partner is doing. That's the energy they're in. They're in a more kind of, I don't know, like extroverted type of energy or daring energy. And for others who made that decision in the recent past to be with someone, or some people, to accept something, it's the result of you getting into this energy. And some of you met someone or people who were maybe not all that they were cracked up to be, and you're finding that out. You already have found that out maybe, but come mid to late April, you're finding that out, and you are on your own again. And then you are in this like magician mode, which is still like, well, you know, self-love. And with the Queen of Cups here next to the Magician, it's like Miley Cyrus, I can buy myself flowers type of vibes. There can be that for some of you. But you know, with Venus in Pisces, your life path ruler, she's like in Disneyland, right? As I said, there could have been some trickster energies going on too. We've got Mercury there in Pisces. Mercury is in its fall in Pisces and is currently conjunct Venus, and they've been conjunct for a long time, doing this retrograde dance together, this devious siblings dance together. So they have Venus and Mercury. And so yeah, there could have been a lot of just tricky energy or tricks or that type of stuff for you, Libra. But now I think a lot of you are in this just good zone, whether that's you are celebrating the wins of others or holding court for others, or you are in a new kind of relationship or dynamic, Libra, and you're feeling it, or you're on your own newly, like freshly on your own, and it feels good because sometimes Aries season is the best time to be on our own. You know, I once read a long time ago this thing about if you have like no friends or no one, which I know can sound like a Libra's nightmare, like, right, like no friends, what? But if you have like no friends, or no one, like in your town, city, whatever, or around you, yeah, you might feel like that's really sad, depressing, blah blah blah. And it is for a lot of the time for a lot of us. But also there's this counter idea to that, which is like you're also in the best position because you can start from square one. You can start from square one. You can be in this magician mode, this very Aries season type of mode, this blank canvas mode, this meerkat mode, this little cute meerkat, just like, rising up and looking to the horizons and being like, wow, I have all this vast expanse ahead of me and there's no one or nothing to stop me from doing whatever the feck I want. It's also kind of like birthday cake adult energy, like when you're an adult, you can buy a birthday cake. You can go into a shop and buy a birthday cake and literally no one's gonna ask you like whether or not it's really your birthday. You can just do that, and that's like one of the joys of being an adult, right? So I think some of you, like freshly single Libras or freshly independent, self-sufficient Libras, can be in this energy in Aries season. And I think this is the best season to be like that and to take it very slow because we are in a snake year. So I do think, at least right now, slower is better. Maybe once mid to late April kicks in, it's better. And we've got the Five of Cups that just came out, as I said, to take it slow. Coming under the Lover's card, because some of you right now are in this Five of Cups mode. Maybe there's some spilt milk, like crying over spilt milk type of vibe for some of you Libras. But I would just say to like remind yourselves of that idea that when we're on our own, which is very typical Aries season energy, it's often, or it's sometimes the best situation for us. Because you can literally go back to all the hobbies that you dropped however long ago. You can go back to all your hobbies, or you can, if you've got the means and the time, you can go wherever you want to go and no one will stop you, right? You've got literally no attachments. But I get it, for some Libras that's kind of a nightmare because it's the Venus relationship sign, and a lot of Libra risings will feel like, no, I need someone to go with, or I need to be seen with others. But remember, we talked about, right, the kind of good and the bad sides of Venus ruled Libra and the pick-me energy. But Aries season for Libra risings is more like pick you, like I pick you, or kind of being able to spotlight the others and be independent and on your own at the same time. It's an interesting time for Libra risings, especially. A very Libra card coming out, the Two of Swords. Swords, air, you are of course an air sign. Two is often associated with Libra. We had this card also in the last reading for Virgo, I think, yeah, towards the end of their reading. So for you as well, towards the end of April, once Taurus season has really kicked in, or like starts to concentrate that Venusian energy, you start to feel coming back or stabilizing more for you, Libra. Because the Libra risings and Taurus risings right now can be in this very Disneyland type of energy. You might by mid to late April start to feel like you have to make a choice, especially if there is someone coming back right now, or your mind is going back there, or you're fantasizing or projecting in some sense, to really think about, because this Two of Swords is coming under the Magician, so to really think about whether those ideas or thoughts, fantasies, whatever, are really in your best interest, or if it's to do with this Venus in her Disneyland type of energy and retrograde energy. If it's that, which is more like the kind of pick-me sort of vibe and wanting validation from like anything or anyone, when this is Aries season is not the time for that. So that could be what that's about. And then we've got Seven of Cups. We've got having to make a choice about this. It's coming under the Queen of Cups. So it's almost like at first I thought this Queen of Cups was more like you holding space for others, and it can be. But I think this is like holding emotional space for yourself more. And that's the choice that you're having to make. Like, it's Aries season can often for Libra risings be more challenging because it is that oppositional season, right? But you might be having to make choices that require focus. Or there could be something that you're confused about, or you're gaining some mental balance by the end of April from, taking care of yourself emotionally, or sitting with your emotions and how you really feel. And the Two of Swords can be this kind of meditative card. Sometimes it can be about meeting heads. Is that the right expression? Like bumping heads? Not bumping heads, but like putting heads together, right? With others to conversate and conclude about things. But I think what this is for you, especially being under the Magician, is really more meditation on whether your thoughts and actions are to do with your best interests, or whether they are more to do with some kind of Venus under the sea fantasy type of vibe that I have for you with Venus in Pisces retrograde. But I think you're going to come like mid to late April, get into more of this meditative space. And I often say to people, like, and I say this to myself, like, meditation can be so rewarding, and one form of meditation, like this Two of Swords with the blindfold on, is very much like that. Just sitting there with like nothing to look at, nothing to distract you. Meditation can be like turning off all the devices, all the social media, like an hour or 2 hours, and just really sitting with yourself and your thoughts, and helping, in some cases, helping you get out of this Seven of Cups kind of confusion, or maybe even like wanting it all but not knowing like where to begin in some sense, especially if some of you Libras are still in this under the sea Venus and Pisces playboy mode, or like hyper pick me mode. I think something more calm or meditative, or like some choice even. The Lovers card came out also, remember. So some choice maybe even that is going to be made that will hopefully clear the confusion and we're ending then with the Six of Pentacles. So it all comes down, Libra, to how you're choosing to get over this person, because a lot of you are, or these people, a lot of Libra risings are, let's look at the bottom of the deck. Cups card, Four of Cups. Look at that. This also kind of screams to me right now in your reading of like FOMO type of energy. Some of you are in that, and that's what you have to remember in this here Aries season, is that it's okay to be on your own, and that you can celebrate yourself, and at the same time like celebrate the successes of others, your partners, blah blah blah, and be okay with that at the same time. Do you know what I mean? But the Six of Pentacles, it just speaks to like at the end of the month, like the result, Libra, will be exactly what it will, what do I want to say? The result will be exactly what you put in to this month of April. And I think the stuff you're putting in is emotional investment and self-care and holding court for how you feel. And especially for a lot of you, how you feel about this person or people that you met in your recent past. Because you like wanted them, you manifested them, you fantasized and they really did come, or something really was provided. But then there's a sense for a lot of you of like a choice was made and you were on your own. And for others, it was like you got together with this person or people and it's very celebratory. But then with this Five of Cups, there's this, and the Four of Cups, there can be this spilt milk crying type of energy, or this still feeling confused, Seven of Cups, and with the Four of Cups as well, this feeling of like boredom even. So be really aware of like feeling unfulfilled, Libra, or bored spiritually during Aries season and into Taurus season as well. Because once you get into Taurus season, that's when energies can really compact. And that can be, dangerous for some of us, like spiritually. We don't want the wrong energies or toxicities to compact or compound. We want the good stuff to compound. But also Aries season can be where you're feeling like you're missing out, but those things that you feel you're missing out on are not even worth it. They're not even worth your time. And this is more of the time, especially Aries season, of you and independence and these things. And one thing to talk about, like spiritual boredom, again going back to like meditation and the Two of Swords for you, Libra, like if you are really stuck in this kind of Venus and Pisces, like really just vibing deliciously with everything and everyone, it's all a bit much for you, or it's all a bit of a messy, erotic, ecstatic entanglement for you. The meditation can help that process or practice of just for like a couple hours, shutting everything off and really just being with yourself for that time. And then the thoughts and the feelings, well, the genuine and the authentic thoughts and feelings, Libra, will actually come to you, and the realness of you and who and what you are will actually bubble up. And sometimes it's a little scary, right? I'm not gonna lie, but it's also part of Aries season especially. And if nothing else, Aries season is the season of authenticity and really getting back to the kind of raw chick from the egg energy that is, and the excitement and the inspiration that is who and what we are in that kind of divine child sense. So I think a lot of you, this Queen of Cups, she is a reflection of you holding space for this child energy, this inner child, spiritual child energy. But there is this huffy puffy type of feeling as well, or like feeling, yeah, that you are missing out on something or regretting, even retrograde energies, of course, but that it's not even worth it. These are not things worth it. And if you stay stuck in those things, the Six of Pentacles can be representation of, well, the result will also be kind of a feeling sort of equal to stuckness. So the result can feel a bit meh. So my advice would be to just hold space for yourself, if you want my advice, Libra. But like, anyway, I think towards the end of April, it's gonna feel much better, less confusing, and hopefully you are already in this space or energy of like feeling yourself, buying yourself those flowers, and also celebrating the wins of others, the spirit of others, while always knowing like who and what you are, and being okay with who and what you are, even when that person or that thing, that personality is on its own, you know. So that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope this helps in some sense for you. Leave me a comment and give this a like if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.